Well, tell us what you think about LSU at this point.
Well, they're a super talented team. They have a young quarterback that's, has got a strong arm, got some athletic ability, had some success at the end of last season. So he has confidence, and, they're, big athletic offensive line, good running backs, and, a typical LSU team.
Kashawn Butte is a guy that's got 20 catches, and they like to pair him up with the nickel, which is your guys. And so, what do you see from him? What kind of stands out about him?
Well, he's a big, strong, athletic, receiver with great hands. He's definitely NFL first-round draft choice probably in the future. And he's, he's got good work ethic. He runs good routes. Really, really good football player.
When you guys have a guy like that as a marker, how do you kind of coach them up and prepare them for that challenge?
Well, they know, playing in the Southeastern Conference against the teams that we play in the SEC West, teams like LSU, have great talent, and that's why they come to Mississippi State, is to play against the best players in America. So it's exciting for them, and it's an exciting challenge for them.
Coach, with your group so far, what have they done to put a smile on your face, and what do you think's got to get better back there?
Well, we can always improve, and and not give up big plays, and have people running behind us in coverage and things like that. But we can do a better job of tackling in open field, and being in position to make plays.
Tackling was against Memphis compared to NC State or Louisiana Tech? Was it, just overall, how do you think it did?
Well, I thought we did some good things. I thought we at times we tackled well, and then other times you miss tackles, and especially against a team like Memphis that has great skill.
Back to Jaylen Green, from layman's point of view, it appeared he had one of his better games this past Saturday. How would you kind of assess his progress so far?
Well, he played corner at Texas, and he's playing a new position, so it takes time. Sometimes it's not automatic, when you go out there, but it takes practice reps, it takes film study, it takes doing it over and over and over again. So I think his confidence is growing, and he's a good athlete, and we're glad to have him.
How's the mood been so far in practice this week?
I think it's excellent. I think our guys are excited. They know, who we're playing this week, and one of the top teams in the country, and over the last few years. So it's a tremendous challenge for us, and having the opportunity to play at home is exciting for our football team.
Is there a little bit of a different energy level when SEC play does arrive? And do you notice it kind of in the week?
Well, I would hope so. It's a different level of play, and as I said earlier, that's why kids come to Mississippi State, is to play, against the best teams in the country in your conference.
How much can you take from last year's LSU game, or how different, I suppose, is that offense from this year to last year? I mean, can you even compare that frequently, the two?
Well, last year, there was a lot of things going on, and beside the pandemic, you had a lot of different things, and sometimes you didn't even know if you were going to get to play or not play, and then we finally got a chance to play and had to go down there against the defending national champions, and and of course they were in transition. They had lost several players and different things like that. So I think it's a different dynamic. Both teams are 2-1 coming in, and first conference game, and all of those things. I think is a positive spin on this game, this matchup.
When you have something go against you, like the punt return situation, how do you? What's your message to your team about there is injustice in life, and to kind of get them to kind of move forward?
Well, Coach Leach has a saying. His philosophy is play the next play. There's nothing that you can do about the previous play. You have to focus on doing something on the next play. And he always says that don't worry about making the mediocre play, but expect to do something great on the next play to overcome the situation that you just went through. So, that's the message to the team, is play the next play. There's nothing you can do about that. Just keep fighting, man. Keep fighting for 60 minutes. There's no end of the game until all the seconds are off the clock.
Flashback to Memphis for just 1 second. It's kind of old news now, but that 98-yard touchdown drive they had, what do they kind of do to stay on the field on third downs and kind of keep the ball moving?
You know, a team like Memphis that was, if I'm not mistaken, they were the number one team in the country offensively going into that game. And, you know, we knew there were going to be times where they made plays. I mean, they got superior talent, you know, and skill positions. So, you know, we knew that at some point that they were going to punch us back. So, you know, you're in a game that's tough and grinding, and so they came out swinging. So you have to continue to swing and fight, no matter what the score is, whether you're up or down.
So did it give you that? I guess what they had averaged like 630 yards a game before you guys faced them, and then suddenly they were under 300 against you. I mean, just what kind of confidence boost does that give you when they had put up so many yards and kind of held them in check?
Well, you know, our kids, they come to Mississippi State. They play the guys that play defense, they you know about the history and tradition of defense here at Mississippi State. So, you know, going up against a team that averages that many and they're the number one offense, our guys looked at it as a challenge and you know and stepped up to the plate.